Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurul Syama Umairah Ranah binti Haji Samad with student ID 21MO1008. For this presentation, I'm going to talk about the role of custom, which is urf, in the determination of values. These are the contents that I'm going to talk about. First is the introduction of what is urf. Then the conditions of urf in order to form valid judgment. After that, the importance of urf. And lastly, the conclusions. So, general custom is a recognized source of law and judgment in Islamic jurisprudence, meaning that urf adalah sebagai sumber hukum dalam Islam. Urf can be defined as recurrent practices that are acceptable to people of sound nature. A valid ruling of custom frequently takes precedence over normal rules or ruling of analogy, which is qiyas. Custom represents the convenience of the people, and following it is frequently equivalent to removing hardship, which is one of the Sharia stated goals. It is well known that many of the fiqh rules and ijtihad decisions were influenced by the prevailing practices of their time. Next, we move on to the conditions of urf. As we can see from the definition, it is clear on the point that custom, in order to constitute valid basis for legal decision, it must be sound and reasonable. Custom must not contravene a clear text or principle of the Sharia. Custom is rejected if it is in conflict with a clear injunction of the Sharia. For example, the practice of usury or riba in transactions. Although it is common among people, it is against Sharia. Therefore, such transactions are invalid and must be avoided. Next is the importance of custom. The role of custom is evidently recognized in evaluation of what is approved or disapproved by people sound of nature, meaning that the importance of custom in determining what is approved or disliked by people sound of nature is obvious. Some foods may be halal according to the law, but they may not be popular with the general public. In principle, there is no Sharia's objection to customary practices of this kind. For example, all seafood are declared to be clean and edible by clear text of hadith, but there is a little doubt that prawn is not taken, for instance, by the Hanafi Muslims of Pakistan. Custom also determines the question, for instance, of whether or not an object is regarded as valuable property that carries market value. For example, honeybees and silkworms were once not considered valuable assets, but were later determined to be mal due to people's use and acceptance of them. And there is a fatwa issued to support it. As for the conclusions, custom is changeable with the advancement of science and technology. People adopt new practices as they prove to be convenient, which is often reflected in their lifestyle and food choices. If no Sharia principles have been contravened, all of this is likely to be approved. Furthermore, people's approval and disapproval also play a role in the determination of what may be regarded as a compelling necessity, which is darura. That's all for me. Thank you.